Everybody, it is Nicole. So I am doing some batch filming today. So I've got a couple of more videos to go. One of them is going to be this one. So this one is going to be I created this list, and you can provide a list of questions. I know that like some people come up with these like fun things, like questions to answer to get to know the creators and stuff like that. So I came up with this myself. I don't know if anybody else has done anything like this. So I came up with these questions, and so that you can get to know me. So first off, for those of you who have just subscribed and may not know who I am, my name is Nicole. I talk about yarn, do yarn hauls, open mystery boxes, which are my favorite. And I also make my own mystery boxes, and we talk about art therapy, do art therapy with resin pours. I will do them as lives or pre-records. I may actually do that because I have a new segment called Quietly Crafting with Nicole. So I actually might do that one as a segment, Quietly Crafting with Nicole, and I'm gonna just do like just all resin pouring. And so I know some people have asked for it to be alive so that they can ask questions. So I have one set up for this coming Sunday. We'll see how it goes, because I think the idea behind it is so that questions can be asked. But the whole thing is that what's going to happen with this Quietly Crafting with Nicole is I'm just going to pour. I'll kind of like maybe give you, like, I'll make my introductions. I will tell you what this video is going to be about, and then maybe I'll make a couple of comments in between here and there, but for the most part there won't be very much talking at all. It's going to be more of a calming type thing, because I know sometimes lives can be slightly overwhelming. And so yeah, I have it scheduled for Sunday right now, and we'll see how it goes. If I don't like the way it goes, I'm just gonna go back to having it as a pre-recorded thing, and so that people can enjoy that quiet time, because the idea behind it is to have it where like you're sitting next to me on the couch or in my living room or vice versa, and we're just hanging out, maybe with the TV on and watching something and doing our own thing. You're crocheting or knitting or whatever it is, and maybe I'm doing the same thing, and that's it. So it's to make it so that it's very relaxing and soothing, kind of like a whole like ASMR type thing. So we'll see how it goes as a live. Like I said, I will do a preface as to what it's going to be, and then it will be up to you whether or not you want to participate. And I will do that with all of those types of videos, so you can choose to watch it or not watch it, because obviously there is no reason for you to watch it if you don't want to. But so right now, what I also enjoy or not enjoy, what I like to do is educate people about mental health, mental wellness, self-care, along with chronic illness and chronic pain, and how all of that ties in together as far as how one affects the other and vice versa. And also how art therapy helps manage things. Especially for me, art therapy helps me manage all of those things. So today, this video, we're going to, I guess, it's going to be what I am calling hashtag Nicole's favorite and non-favorite things. So you can play along if you want to play along by, you know, answering the questions that I have. So I wrote down 21 questions, and I'm giving you my answers to them, and you know, just to kind of get a little bit, get to know me a little bit better, because I don't know, maybe you care, maybe you don't care. So and then, oh, the other thing is so for those of you, if you remember, my son and I did some resin pouring. So what I wanted to do is to sell a couple of the hearts that he made, so that he can earn some cash from the hearts. So I'm going to show you the hearts, and then if you're interested in purchasing them, you can let me know. Make a comment below, and what I want you to do is, because I know YouTube now has it where you can timestamp your comment, please use that timestamp option so that I know who has claimed it first. So I can go through and make sure that the person who has claimed it first gets that particular item. And so so I'm going to show you each one, and then if you are interested in buying them, I will then let you know exactly, you know, I'll let you know how much it costs plus shipping, and then we can go from there. You can pay me via PayPal, Venmo, or Cashapp, and all that information will be in my description box. So the first one is the black and gold one, and they are semi-finished. I just need to sand them down. And then there's this pink one. And then there's this orange, I guess you could call like fall colored one. And then the last one is this green one. And it does, if you can see, it's got little splotches of pink in there. And yes, it's meant to be that way. It's also got some mica in there, if you can see the silver white color. So each heart I am going to be selling for $50 a piece plus shipping. Shipping is probably, let's see, shipping is going to be we'll do it at $10 for shipping, so it'll be $60 shipped, and part of the proceeds will be going to my son, because he did such a fabulous job with making them. So this is something to reward and continue helping him, I guess, wanting to learn more about doing this kind of art. So if you're interested, please put in the comment along with the timestamp. If I don't see his timestamp and somebody else has said, I want this particular heart with a timestamp, that person is the one that's going to get it. So please, if you say, I want the pink one, and it is timestamped with, say, 701, and somebody else has said, I want the pink one, and there is no timestamp, the person that has the timestamp on it will be the one that will get it. So like I said, it's going to be $50 plus $10 in shipping. You can pay it to me via PayPal and Venmo or Cash App, and all of that information, regardless of how you want to pay, will be in the description for this particular video. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to sell all 4 of them, and then he and I can make more. And then maybe I'll be able to also include them in some mystery boxes. So now on to my fun hashtag Nicole's favorite and non-favorite things. So you can participate, not participate, and then you can tag me, tag whoever it is that you want, or nobody. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go through this. This is just something fun that I thought of, and just for something interesting to do. So here we go. So number 1, most important thing, my favorite yarns. So my top two favorite yarns are Noro and Shapecheese, I believe is how you pronounce it. That's like the yarn that nobody knows how to pronounce. So those are my 2 favorite yarns. Number 2, my favorite food, rice. Sticky rice is my favorite. Just rice. I could just eat rice all day long. And I love Italian food. And then, so like, I love lasagna. I love spaghetti with bolognese sauce. I am lactose intolerant, so I can't do Alfredo, but I love pasta with like vodka sauce. I love chicken parmesan. So I love Italian food. My favorite movie. So if you're gonna go musical, my favorite movie is The Sound of Music. And then my 2 non-musical movies that are my favorites is Young Victoria with Emily Blunt. Love that movie. I think I've watched that movie like a zillion times. And then Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot. My favorite scene from that movie is the No Man's Land scene. Like the music and the action and seeing her run across No Man's Land just gives me goosebumps every single time that I've seen it. And I like the music from the movie is actually my ringtone, even though I don't. It's funny because alarms and ringtones triggers anxiety, so I don't have it on, but it is that's my ringtone, and that's the sound that is that I use for any text messages that come through, is that music from Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot. And then next thing, my favorite like genre as far as like I guess you could say like anime or whatever. So I love Alice in Wonderland, like the Disney one, and I also like Alice in Underland, so which is the more darker side of it. For those of you that may not know, there is actually a PlayStation game called Alice Madness Returns. You can look it up, Google it, and you'll see it's Alice, and it's very bloody. She uses the Vorpal sword against the Jabberwocky, and that's her weapon of choice. I've played that game. It's one of the very few video games that I played. I used to play Assassin's Creed as well, because I'm not very good at shooter games. I suck at aiming like the guns and stuff. Horrible. But I can do like axes, I can do swords and stuff, that I can do. But search up Alice Madness Returns and you'll see Alice. That's what Alice in Underland. I love the way it looks. It's very steampunk. Love that. And then the other one is I love DC and Marvel. And then my favorite color, you guys know, any shade of blue, I love. TV shows. My 2 favorite TV shows right now are Lucifer. which is on Netflix right now. So it's fun. It's more of a cop show, but it's a cop show, but it's more than just a cop show. I would recommend it if that's something, if you're looking for something new to watch. Lucifer is a good one. And then another show that I like is called Pennyworth. I found that show on accident. It's on HBO Max, and it's about Alfred Pennyworth from, he is, if you don't know, he is the butler to the Waynes, as in Bruce Wayne for Batman, and who he was before he became the butler to the Waynes, and before Batman became Batman, he was an SAS soldier. So and a bit of a womanizer, if you ask me. So it's on HBO Max. I think there's only maybe 3 or 4 seasons, but it's a really fun show. Also if you're looking for something to watch that's a little different. Let's see, pet peeves. So one of my biggest pet peeves is tardiness. And I do my best to make sure that I'm on time. I was always taught that if you are on time, you are late. So you should always be at least 5 or 10 minutes there before you're supposed to show up. Then that means you're on time. And then, of course, the other thing I have very little tolerance for is the lack of respect. So you should not treat people horribly, because it's a poor reflection upon you. And so essentially, you should treat others the way you would expect to be treated. So, which is why I am doing my best to learn to deal with trolls and bullies the best way I can. I know you guys all say don't let it bother me, but it really does bother me, because it's so disrespectful, because everybody's going through things, whether it's an illness or maybe you're having a bad day or whatever it is, but that does not give you the okay or the right to say nasty things to people. And it's always easy to hide behind a computer screen or whatever and say these things. So those are my biggest pet peeves. The biggest one is tardiness. I really don't like it when people don't show up on time. And then the biggest thing that is important to me is family. And it doesn't have to be blood family. It can be your chosen family. Like, you guys are my chosen family. And sometimes your chosen family turns out to be a lot better for you, a lot healthier for you, because there's not all that baggage and judgment per se. So I like the idea that I get to choose the people that I bring into my life, and because I've been burned by a lot of people who I think are my friends. And so now I've become super cautious as to who I have let into my life. But I do, as far as you guys go, I don't think of you guys as subscribers. I do think of you as my family. I really do. So I try to make sure I incorporate that as not as subscribers, but as actual family, as my ohana. You are my extended family, and I love each and every one of you for who you are, and that you guys are all wonderful for your uniqueness, and your caring about what is going on with me, and the understanding and the compassion you have, and telling me not to worry about certain things, that that you guys are willing to wait because of whatever is going on, and that like, for example, like prizes and stuff like that, that that you'll get things will get done when it gets done, because obviously, just like with you guys, health and life comes first before anything else. So having family to me is very important, because while I'm not saying mine was any worse than anybody else's, but I didn't really have a lot of support as far as my own blood family goes. So there's that. So next one, fun thing, beach or pool. So do you like going to the beach, or do you like going to the pool better? I like going to the pool better, because then I don't have to deal with the sand. I don't like sand. It gets everywhere. It gets in the car. It gets all over your feet. Gets all over your clothes. Gets all over everything. So I like going to the pool because I can set my blanket out or my towel out, and put on the sunscreen and not have to worry about getting sand on everything. So I choose pool. Next thing, my ways of relaxation and like vegging out, reading books, pouring resin, crocheting when I can, or just kind of vegging out and doing nothing. Next thing, so I don't know if all of you know, like, kind of like my background as far as the things that I deal with. I always like hearing your stories, and I always appreciate it when you share with me the things that you deal with, because everybody is dealing with so many different things as far as your mental health and your illnesses. So when you are able to share that with me, I really appreciate that, because that shows that you are brave enough and you trust me enough to share that. So I myself, I deal with anxiety, panic attacks. I have bipolar 1. I have agoraphobia. I also have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I have night terrors. I have OCD. I have fibromyalgia, celiac problems, and gastritis and neuropathy, just to like name a few, and then of course right now, which is looming over my head at the moment, is the whole multiple sclerosis thing. So right now I have an appointment with a neurologist on the 27th of February. I'm trying to see if I can get in sooner, because the sooner that I know that I have whatever it is, whatever I get diagnosed with, the better I will feel, because then I'll be able to get treatment for it. So I'm trying to keep a positive outlook for it. So next thing, my favorite kind of like genre for TV and or movies. So I like cop shows, I like thrillers, I like action movies. So like more explosions, more like blow them up, everything, the better. I like fantasy, and I like comedies. Now I don't like the slapstick stuff, but I do like the other kind of comedies. I'm not so big on rom-coms. There was a time where I was okay with rom-coms, but right now I feel like they're just like way overdone, because it's so predictable. So that's what I like. And then my lucky number is number 13. My birthday is September 13, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but my lucky number is 13. And then I do have allergies. I am lactose intolerant, and I'm also allergic to nuts, and I am very allergic to peanuts. So if you ever think about sending me anything, make sure it doesn't have any peanuts in it. My favorite book series of all time is called the All Souls trilogy. I think there's a couple of people out there that have read this particular trilogy. It's a fantasy trilogy with vampires, demons, and witches, and it's by Deborah Harkness. I think it was AMC, they made it into a TV show, and I really loved it. I wish it was a little bit longer, but it was a lot of fun. The books are fabulous. I have them in hardback, and I believe I have them as ebooks, and I've read the books 5 times, I think. So yeah, I really, really love them. My dream places to visit. I would love to visit Ireland, Britain, New Zealand, Japan. Japan is like my #1 place that I've been to Japan twice when I was younger, but I'd love to go back again as an adult. And then I would love to go to Tahiti. The foods that I don't like. I don't like watermelon. I don't like any sort of melons. I don't like so I don't like watermelon. I don't like honeydew. I don't like cantaloupe. I don't know why. I don't. I also don't like what I call fake rice. So like the rice in a bag, like Uncle Ben's, where you put it in boiling water. Thris and I have had conversations about this. I get it if it's something that you know, you need something quick to like throw together or whatever. But I will never use Uncle Ben's. I mean, nothing against people who use it. It's just not something that I would use to eat it. I don't know if anybody in my house would eat it, in all honesty. And I also don't like jasmine rice. I don't know what it is about jasmine rice that I don't like. I think it's maybe the idea that the smell of the jasmine and tasting of the jasmine together, that I don't know. It's just something that I just don't like. And then I don't really care for cheese straight up. And I think that has to do with the fact that I'm lactose intolerant. And so are you an introvert, an extrovert, or a combination of both? I am an introvert through and through. You probably would not be able to tell. Usually when I meet people, it takes a little bit for me to open up. I get like extremely like nervous around new people, and it takes, like I said, it takes a little while for me to be like be like me and like, hey, you know, this is actually who I am. So yeah, I'm more of an introvert. When we go to like parties and get-togethers, I'm the person you'll find like hiding in the corner with like, you know, a soda and just hanging out by herself. My worst quality, and I fully admit this, I am a perfectionist to a fault. It is the most worst thing on the planet to have, because everything has to be exactly the way it should be. If it isn't, I get extremely upset, and I will obsess over it until it is fixed, and it is horrible. It eats away with me, eats away at me. It will keep me up at night. Yeah, it is not a fun thing to have to deal with. I don't know if there are any other perfectionists out there, but that is not something that's a fun thing to have, to be a perfectionist. And so this is number 20, if I counted correctly. So if there was one thing that I could change about myself, or maybe a couple of things. One of the things that I would like to change about myself is to be a couple of inches taller. I am 5'1". I wish I was like maybe 5'3" or 5'4". My husband is 6'1". I wish I was just a teeny tiny little bit taller. And the other thing that I don't really like are like the spots on my face. I really wish I could get them away, like get rid of them. I know people are saying like, oh, that's part of your character, and you know, it's all that stuff. That's just not what I see. But you know, we're all our own worst critic when it comes to those kinds of things. If I could, I would figure out a way to get rid of all of like signs of being like old. And the last one, number 21. If you could pick one or two superpowers, what would they be? One of them would be the ability to see the future, whether it's like alternate like outcomes to the future depending on the actions, and or the ability to read people's minds. Because I'm sure you know that like when you ask people, what do you think about me, or what is your honest opinion about whatever, a lot of times people don't always tell the truth. They'll say something nice. So sometimes I would really like to be able to really hear what people think about like me, or something I've done, or something that somebody else has done, and really get an honest opinion about that. And which is why like on this channel, I am honest, I am as real as I possibly can, and will always continue to do that. So that kind of wraps it up. So I am going to tag Thris from Thris and Stitches, and I'm going to tag D from D's Creative Hands. So you two can decide whether or not you want to participate. I will put the questions in the description box to make it a little bit easier. You guys can participate as well if you want to, and put your own answers in the comments below. And it's fun. And I'll put the hashtag my favorite things as a hashtag. And if I'm hoping to kind of maybe get that thing going, something fun. So until the next video, I bid you adieu. Bye-bye. All right, so I am putting this in as a post edit. So I don't think I put this in my other videos. So the hearts that I'm selling are only for the 50 states. And so it's this one, the pink one, this orange one, this black and gold one, and the green one with the nice, there's like these nice fun splotches in here. So again, they are $50 plus $10 in shipping, and you must use the timestamp that YouTube has in the comments, and that is the only way that I am selling them. And again, 50 states only. I cannot afford to send these internationally unless you are willing to pay for the full amount of the shipping. So yep, I am, the videos that I don't have them in, I will add this in there to make sure that there is no misunderstanding as to who can purchase them and cannot. So, and that there's clear understanding as to how you are able to claim them. So hopefully we'll get some bites, and then we can continue to make more for my son and I, because I had a lot of fun and he had a lot of fun making these. And we may try to make some other things too. I might buy some different shapes. Okay, so that's just to clear up any confusion. So I will be adding them to the videos that need to have them added, and that way there is no confusion.